I'm so sorry.
The fuck, Nick?
It's
The fuck?
It's a low ball operation.
It's not a low ball.
I love it here.
I'm having a great time. They got these couches.
Yeah.
I love the couches. But yeah, so we're gonna get screens one day.
Really? You like the table?
Yeah, it's great.
I could destroy that.
Well, yeah, but it's
What do you mean you could destroy it?
Just give it one good chop.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. Well, don't.
Don't you look at furniture and judge it by if you could fuck on it?
I haven't fucked on furniture in a while.
Yeah, I'm 40.
I'm 41. I just turned
you?
41.
Happy birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Put that comment.
Well,
you can fuck on anything
I don't
if you're
know. I
determined
got bad
enough.
knees.
Does age
true.
does not matter.
A kitchen island
That's what they're for.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's what I.
with a butcher block on
All
it.
right,
There's a
you
big
guys.
chopping
All
I've
right.
been
knife
watching a
right
lot of
next-
House Hunters.
They're
man.
not
Whenever-
recording it, right?
No, we're on.
Yeah.
Oh, we are on.
Yeah.
I didn't know the show started. You guys
Yeah.
don't do an intro or anything?
Nah.
Are you putting
No,
that in
I
in
was
post?
going to throw that in there.
Oh.
But then we started talking about fucking on furniture.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I'm
Sometimes
here.
we just jump right into the
I do
conversation.
love an island. Though. A kitchen
You want an
island.
intro?
What's
I can
your
do an
show
intro.
called?
It's called The Donkey's Mouth.
Oh, okay. That's also the name of many strip clubs in Tijuana.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, but it could be.
That's probably true.
Well, one day we're going to be a strip club in Tijuana.
Yeah.
Why did you guys choose that name?
I don't know.
I think we were throwing out names for
And that
it,
one's done.
I was texting him, and he was like, "I like that one."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Done." And then
It's
we
like-
had a rivalry with a Christian
that's right.
podcast,
That's right.
There's a Christian podcast that says it's the ass's mouth.
The Donkey's
Donkey's
Mouth.
Mouth.
No, but you know,
Yeah,
that's not smart on their part. Who branded that?
that's probably them.
Christians are usually good at branding, so that doesn't make sense to
That's
me.
a fair point.
These ones weren't.
Yeah.
We got a
Obviously.
free logo out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why your logo's shitty. I'm kidding.
Christians aren't good at logos.
He's like Crash Bandicoot, our guy,
Oh yeah.
but a donkey.
Yeah.
You don't like our logo?
I think that it doesn't look good from far away. Like you need something that pops.
Okay, so what we'll do
If
is
you couldn't
just cut
put
his
it-
head out.
Put it on a patch. Like if you couldn't put it on a patch for a punk rocker, like what are you doing? It has to be patchable.
We're not that punk rock.
It doesn't, I'm
over
not.
here.
You don't have to be punk rock. That's just a good example of like a way that you could be slapped on something quickly, like a sticker.
Okay, so I'm gonna do some designs and I'll send them over to you, and you let me know if they're
Is that cool?
jacket
Yeah.
worthy.
I will let you know, and
Okay.
I will put one on my patch jacket if I like it.
How many
Oh, yeah?
patches?
I'll have the patch
how many
made.
patches are on your patch jacket?
A lot. This is not worthy of conversation. I've done cooler things than have a. I can sew. Whoa!
Can you sew?
Every punk rocker that you see, every homeless crust punk on the street that you see with patches
Yeah.
can fucking sew.
That's right.
Do they use the needles from the
It's where
heroin?
punk rock and grandmas
those,
meet.
those are different.
Different
those
needles?
needles. Is that honestly a question?
I'm just throwing stuff out
Stan,
there.
you're more worldly than that. Come on.
Am I? Yeah, I am. It's true.
You've had
I
your
know-
blood drawn. Have you tried to sew with those needles? Come on.
I haven't sewn in a long time.
I believe you can sew.
Yeah, I can sew.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because your
I can't
girlfriend's like a
sew.
costumer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Is that why you can sew?
No, I knew.
Just
how
let
to
him
sew
take
before
it.
that.
I'm giving her a compliment.
I knew how to sew before that, but it did.
That's how he got her.
Yeah, it helped.
I don't fucking know.
He's a man of women's needs.
Apparently.
Yeah,
He knows what to do.
You know what it is? It's I can cook, I can sew, I do my own laundry. I think that's all you need to do as a dude.
Uh-huh.
As long as you can do those things, it's the bare minimum.
So
but-
we're oh man, okay. So what else? Hi. You invited
Well,
me
Nick
here
got
today. Hey, what's going on?
Do you want the intro? I can do the intro.
I'm Lauryn Petrie.
I added intro.
Go for it.
All right.
Let me correct it if it's wrong. Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you my intro, and then you can let me know if it's jacket worthy.
No, we're doing that on the air.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Donkey's Mouth podcast. Huh?
Where you been?
Where you been? It's been a little while.
Yeah.
We've had some things to discuss, I assume. Lots of things have been happening in the world, right?
Yeah.
Suddenly it's anti-Semitic to go to college.
Hasn't it always been?
Yeah.
I have been fired from my job, and I acquired a new job.
That's
What are you doing
nice.
I am now studying to be a boat captain, hence the pilot fish glasses.
Wait, are you kidding? That's really actually very cool.
Thank you.
I actually think that's cool. I
Thank
think
you.
that will get you
Weren't
laid.
you already working on boats?
I was a deckhand, but now I'm studying.
You were
How
a
did you
deckhand?
fail upward? How did you do that?
Huh?
How did you fail upward?
Look at him.
Did they lay you?
Wait,
off or
wait,
they
is that a
fired you?
white man thing?
Yes.
Ah.
It is. Yeah.
Oh,
Damn it.
okay.
Well, I hated the other job
Did
anyway.
you get laid off or were you fired?
No, I was fired.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything. They just fired the whole department.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
wasn't
more of a
personal.
layoff.
It wasn't
Yeah, it's more of a
personal.
layoff.
It was.
I
Yeah.
was about to get laid off from the morgue and I quit.
Nice.
Wow. Why are we about to get laid off?
Well, it's complicated.
Ran out of bodies.
How much do you want to talk about the morgue?
We're going to go into more talk.
And I just ended a marriage. I was gonna say I got fired from my marriage, but it was mutual.
Okay, so it was a separation.
A mutual separation.
A mutual separation.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's nothing to talk about there. What
No?
else? A little bit, but I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe another day.
Maybe another day. Sometimes marriages don't work out.
That's true.
Let me tell you guys something.
Mhm.
Next pandemic, trapped alone, working a job to save your life, where you're scraping dead children off the streets of New York just to stay here because you love comedy.
Yeah.
Don't fall in love. It's not a realistic, context to build a relationship in.
Yeah. Get a dog instead.
No, don't even do that.
No.
Just be alone.
Just deal with your feelings like an adult.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I just get new jobs. That's
You
what I
would
do.
think that, like, after quitting all the drugs I've stopped doing, and like I quit heroin, well, I quit heroin and then I did meth, but I used the meth to quit the heroin, which is fun. And then I quit the meth, and then I quit the cigarettes and not really, I still smoke a little bit, but the cocaine and the alcohol and all the fun things and all the joy in life. You just take all that away, and then you just deal with your feelings. That's what they don't want you to do in AA. They want you to give that to Jesus, which is hilarious. You should just deal with it. And then, anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. I'm sorry.
No. I think he hit on some interesting points.
Bring me back, Nick. Bring me back.
We're gonna bring you back from the dead with the closing of the intro.
I tried.
This week we have our very special guest,
Big fan.
half of the Alien Murder Sex podcast, correct?
Yeah, you got it.
Yep, regular of Skankfest, I believe.
I'll be there for my third time.
Be there for her third
Was
time.
it September?
It is.
Yeah.
All kinds of things. The Traumedy Hour show. Please put your hands together at home
At home.
for Lauryn Petrie, everybody.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Look at that.
Woo!
That's an intro.
Talk about failing upwards. Here we are.
Yeah, no, you're gonna get like fucking
like the
40
bright.
views.
Yeah.
Whole 40
Well, apparently,
views.
if you take your shoes off, it'll probably go up.
Yeah, could you do that?
Yeah.
You want me to?
I don't.
I will.
Okay.
I
maybe.
mean, I pixelated them on my kickboxing
Did you
picture,
really.
but that's an old joke.
Wow, that's
I-
really
I
funny.
didn't come up with that. Annie Letterman came up with that. That used to be like her whole shtick online was pixelating her feet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I don't want to talk about people I'm not close with.
Nah, I
right.
think we should all talk about people we're not close with.
Nope. Not a good idea. That's how you get in trouble.
What do we think about the guy who burned himself alive outside of that courthouse?
do you know about his
Fuck,
conspiracy?
dude.
Do you know about his conspiracy
I
shit?
know
No,
some
tell me.
stuff.
No. I
I don't know
anything.
enough to have this
No,
conversation.
I don't know anything. Tell me.
Okay, I'm gonna get lambasted.
That's fine. It's
Lambasted
okay.
because
No.
I haven't done the deep dive, but I was gonna do the deep dive from my show, and I
Okay.
know that this guy had been talking about this is not QAnon conspiracy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like the way that the system works and how this basic shit that they keep us separated with identity politics so that we don't actually focus on like where the money goes and how to actually change things from the inside, like legitimate things.
Sure.
And also legitimate things that have to do with the CIA that are very provable, very the CIA is one of the biggest terrorist organizations in the United States. And he's just laying that out very systematically of like, well, they did this and they deinstalled this democratically elected leader and they did this and they did that. And like MK Ultra is provable. There's a paper trail. This is not a conspiracy. Like
They
he was-
admitted to JFK recently.
So, yeah, I mean, duh. Come on. Like,
But
duh.
That's like when someone's like a little kid's like, I pooped and missed. And you're like, I know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
anyway.
we know.
So you're the guy.
So he was a conspiracy guy, but like in my fucking opinion, the conspiracy legitimate stuff, and talk about just not knowing how to get your platform views. He was just like, fuck this, I'm just gonna set myself on fire. Have you tried it? I thought about trying it for the podcast.
No, I had a friend that used to coat his hand in like this fire jelly stuff. And he on your birthday, he would light his hand on fire and be like, blow out the candle.
You grew up here, right?
Florida.
There you go.
Yeah.
But that's always a punchline the minute you say Florida.
Yeah.
It's kind of
It's
getting
true.
old.
I use it as a crutch.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get laughs that way.
You can take your
But,
sunglasses
He's alive,
off.
that guy. Rather.
I can't do it. You know why? Because I have to prove to my old company that I'm here to chill. Sorry, sheer service.
Okay, 1994 called.
No, these are good for the boat.
Okay,
They're called pilot fix. Try them out. Want to try them out?
sure.
Bet you look cool.
They're polarized, right?
Oh, they're polarized as fuck.
What does that mean?
It means that you can see, like, if you're in snow, you can actually see like the details under the snow and stuff. If you're looking at like a river, you could see the crocodile under the water. If it was like oil slicks, and it does a lot of details for water.
It's great when you're driving the boat because it's
Are you going to be driving the boat?
I already know how to drive the boat.
Back to the boat. What is this, garbage boating? What kind of boating?
No, it's a ferry boat for a golf club.
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
Do they tip you?
I do get tips.
Are you going to? You're going to meet a fucking hot, unfulfilled woman.
Yeah, dude.
Driving that.
They're all over the boat.
Yeah, you gotta find the ones that are unfulfilled, and you gotta fill them.
They all are. We have one lady.
Well, why aren't you
she's
filling,
a monster of a woman.
Why aren't you filling these women?
I'm trying. I gotta get the captain's license first.
Nick.
Right? You can't do it as a deckhand.
Nick, let me explain something.
I'm hucking ropes
let me
all day
explain something
later.
to you. This is all about confidence and attitude. Let me ask you a question. What would Kenny Powers do if he was on that boat?
That's a fair point.
He would have a hat.
You gotta tell me who Kenny Powers is.
What?
Oh, okay. So we're gonna talk after the show. You just lost
Nick.
all your viewers.
I don't know. Were all of our viewers middle aged?
You gotta jump on the eastbound and down train,
I'm
man.
so sorry, bro.
Oh, that's who that is?
Yeah.
That's Danny McBride?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to do a different. You guys got to get. Anyway, we'll fix your setup later.
No, this is good for our faces.
People can see us.
When we cut it up, it'll be great.
Oh, you're going to cut it up?
Yeah.
We're going to cut it up. We're going to do clips.
Oh, no.
It'll be a great time.
I'm back. All right.
Don't worry. The clips always come out a little pixelated, much like your feet.
Good callback.
I love that.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Well,
so we were talking about the guy. I don't know. The boat is whatever.
He's alive, right? That guy?
No, he died. He died in the hospital.
He died slowly and painfully.
Well,
but it did bring attention to his blog. And isn't
Okay.
that all
You gotta do that.
could ever want?
You gotta do
Say
like
the
4 more
glasses are
times.
great.
Yeah.
You
That's
need the
fantastic.
polarized glasses.
You got to do this with those women. You got to just constantly overdo it. You know,
Yeah.
you just got to be like, I told you it was going to be sunny. Like whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't you?
I'm not driving it yet.
But you,
I'm grabbing drinks for people.
yeah,
and
but you
throwing
got to have the
ropes.
attitude while you're not driving it. Come on, man.
Come on.
Come on.
I gotta get my license first. That's what the power will come with the confidence.
You got to do a little stepped on cocaine.
You think I should start
Take
cocaine?
a captain's hat. Take these glasses and you fucking just go with that confidence. I'm
and
telling you.
you know what? Probably just ask them like, "Hey, do you want to drive by the statue?
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty."
And then do this. Just be like, I can't drive you, but I know like I can make it happen.
But you can come for the ride.
Yeah, exactly. See, Nick,
I know what to do.
we got to get your boat game up.
Believe me,
Boats-
I got game.
I believe it.
Yeah, see?
No.
I've done
Boat
pretty
game.
well with bar whores in cars.
I did pretty well with bar whores and cars. Okay, I was one of them. But I mean,
All right. Well,
all right.
maybe you'll be my wingman one day.
One day I will definitely be your wingman.
Do you go by like Captain Nick? Are you gonna go by Captain Nick?
I would go by Captain Nick
That's nice.
or Captain Kara.
Oh,
I like Captain Kara.
Captain Kara.
Has a ring to it.
Yeah.
You need a patch. You need a hat. You need merch.
You got to
I
start
wanna get
dressing like
Yeah.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Yes.
Get a
All
robe
right.
and a captain's hat.
Yeah,
Or
dude.
LRH.
And just drive the boat that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Stan, that is the only way to rock
That's what
a
I'm
boat.
saying.
You've got to. I mean, he
You
made
should-
a whole religion, and it started with it was all about fucking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
bro.
Best cult leader of
You
all
should-
time.
Well,
Honestly,
I mean,
I would say they're best hearted.
better than David Miscavige. Not good-hearted. He liked to have
Where's
fun.
his wife though?
Well,
Where
wait,
is-
come on.
They're
Where's
all his
Shelley?
wife.
Shelley's dead. You don't know. Come on.
Where is
Well,
she?
we just got blacklisted by Scientology, and we've now we're
We were
seen
already
as
off the list after.
SPs, suppressive persons. Have Jonas Barnes on sometime, and he'll tell you about how he got kicked out of the Scientology Center in Manhattan. It's a good story. I'm not going to tell it for him.
Really?
I want to hear that
I definitely
story.
wanna
You
hear that.
gotta ask
We're
him
gonna
to
hit
tell
him
it.
up.
Yeah, because he
Did he go in for fun?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
he went in and asked a very pointed question.
My fiance's theater is like right across the street. So like sometimes like if I'm going to Penn Station, I'll just go with her into the city and I'll just like stay
You're on a
outside.
list. If you're even like around on the
Yeah.
outside, we did a whole episode on Scientology and Scientology deaths, and we did
Yeah.
a whole thing on Tom Cruise's coconut cream cakes, and I mean,
What?
I have 52 episodes. You should go check them out.
I am now. Hell yeah, dude.
I want to know about Tom Cruise's
Oh, he
coconut
sends
cream.
out these coconut cream cakes to people that he looks at as being in his favor in Hollywood, and people are on these lists.
Ugh.
It's not filled with cum; it's just coconut. I know what
Have
you're
you
thinking.
That's even weirder.
You're right. Send come.
He's sending me dessert. We're in Hollywood. Be a pervert, please.
Have you seen the
agree.
documentary, the Going Clear documentary?
No.
Dude,
Oh,
this
it's so
is
good.
stuff. This is media from like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's
I don't know
Alex
any-
Penny
Gibney.
Powers Going Clear.
You gotta get HBO, man.
Oh,
You're-
I just started Curb.
An aspiring. You're an aspiring captain. Okay.
That means I have nothing to do with
Nick?
with media.
I think you should
I'm
buy.
a man of the sea.
Elron.
I think you should buy like 50 copies of Dianetics. Just have them on the boat as people are getting on and off.
As magazines.
It's actually that's such like a meta reference, and some people would just be like, "Oh, like grabbing their children, like just wait,
Just start handing out Dianetics. Just see what
Sure,
happens.
yeah, see what happens. The fucking church will come and be like, "Thank you for
Because
helping."
LRH was fucking, bro. He was out
LRH
there.
fucked. So
Yeah.
did you want to get into this? LRH also hung out with Aleister Crowley, who also hung out with Jack Parsons, who also hung out with who was the other guy that Aleister Crowley fucked in the desert and made him go crazy? Once I need a little bit too of a deep cut for
It's
you
in the
guys.
documentary.
So
Yeah.
Jack Parsons was a brilliant physicist and a literal rocket scientist who helped us get to the moon, who died in an explosion. But he was also very much into the occult, and he was very much into black magic, and so was
like the Nazis.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Yeah.
The Thrall Society and all that. But this is different. This is not the Thrall Society. This was Thelema, which was the spiritual system that Aleister Crowley developed. And they were trying to do these Babylonian workings. And there was a lot of like crossover with like opening portals and rocket science. And it was a groovy time in Pasadena, California. I mean,
Hell yeah.
fucking-
Because it was like the 50s, right?
no, yes, it was the
Yeah.
40s, 50s. So I mean,
Around
imagine.
the same time aliens started coming around.
Well, and a lot of people say that's not a coincidence.
I
So
don't think so.
Aleister Crowley definitely drew what he said was a being that spoke to him that looks just like a fucking gray alien. Some people think that he brought them into our reality. I mean, he was trying to conjure daemons, but what are daemons? Maybe they're aliens. I mean, listen to episode, I think it's 49 or 50 of my show with Marco Visconti, who's an Aleister Crowley historian and author, and we go deep dive into this with a real expert of alien murder sex. I'm just gonna leave your glasses there.
I'll pick them
I dropped them. So that's some nerd
back where they belong.
nerd alert on your show.
No, I like that. We
Nice,
like
yeah.
specific stories.
But that's not. I mean, my life's interesting too.
yeah. Well, what's been going on with you?
Oh, yeah, recently.
So you were a heroin addict?
Yeah, that's old hat. All right, I'm so bored. I'm really bored telling my heroin stories. I'm so sick of all those
Okay.
jokes. They're like some of my best jokes, but I can't relate to them anymore because I don't care.
Well,
I'm
you-
like,
Right. You have to figure out what the heroin addicts today are doing.
yeah, I'm like, I won't know. I don't give
They're
a
just
shit.
watching, like,
now
Rick
they're
and
just doing
Morty.
fentanyl. It's just fentanyl. I mean, I worked in the morgue and everyone was dying of fentanyl. So I grew up in Texas. My mom is a South African bitch, and
Does she have the accent?
yeah,
yeah, dude.
Wow.
she's
That's a top 5 accent.
well, she's got Alzheimer's now, and I'm waiting for her to die.
Oh.
But she was terrible, and
Does she keep coming into rooms thinking it's a mine?
thinking what?
Like thinking it's like a mine?
No,
For
we
like a
didn't.
blood diamond?
I don't have any blood diamond money, unfortunately.
Damn.
But I do get money when she dies from her
Ooh.
poor investments, and I cannot wait.
Oh, wait.
Being men that she married,
Okay.
but also some land. But no, I can't
Huh.
wait. So like when I was homeless under the bridge, which happened later,
Which bridge?
after I was born, the Burnside Bridge in Portland, Oregon. There's now a skate park
shout out.
there.
Shout out to them.
Ah, if only.
If
at
only
the time.
Well, they put it there for a reason.
You could have been shredded. Were you the reason? They're like,
Yeah.
we gotta put some loud concrete
Some ramps over
wheels.
here.
No one's gonna be nodding out here now.
Go ahead, kids, grind on the railings.
Yeah, don't grind up your veins. So, long story short, was homeless, got over it. Multiple bad situations in my life. Went to college,
Where'd you
dropped
go?
out.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to college. So I was in Portland. So I grew up in Texas. Bad childhood. Moved to California middle of my senior year. Fell in with a bad crowd. Ended up in Portland, Oregon under a bridge. Then I ended up in Boise, Idaho. Went to college for 5-6 years. Just took electives. I could never figure out what I wanted to do. A lot of art history. I probably could get a degree in that, which is meaningless as having a podcast. Then I stripped, got fired from stripping for being too fat. Then I started webcamming. Then I smoked DMT.
That I knew. We talked about that.
Yeah, smoked DMT for the first time. Then I decided to try stand-up comedy after the DMT trip. And then I started opening for headliners in the Pacific Northwest, did a lot of road work, ended up at the Cape Fear Comedy Festival, met a club owner from New York City who then brought me to New York in a van. And then I was given a lot of opportunities that I regretfully squandered because I started drinking again. And then I got sober and then I didn't. And then it went back and forth like that for a long time. And now I've been sober for 6 years.
Yay.
Don't.
All right.
Not
I wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah,
Damn,
don't-
I was so ready
I
to
hate-
do
I
it.
hate that
I
shit.
was-
I was so ready to do it. I'm
It's
glad
like-
you stopped me.
So, and then, things were good and they were bad. And, I was on medication for bipolar, but now I really don't even think I have bipolar. I think that I just had sadness.
Yeah.
I think I was just sad because I'd had a lot of PTSD and bad things in my life. And
Unresolved
I just
traumas
was
and-
dealing with the
Sure.
shit. And then I started working out and, hanging around better people and getting sunlight. And oh my God, I'm not bipolar. I just quit
Wow.
taking all my medication 2 months ago and I'm fine.
So you're just happy now.
Maybe
Sunlight-
Happy-ish.
Sunlight
On your
makes
way.
a big difference.
big difference.
Hmm.
But I just think anyway, I'm no shade to anybody that is taking medication or, that helps them. Good on you. Keep doing your
Yeah,
thing.
some people need it, some people don't.
It's fine. I thought it helped me for a long time. So who says it didn't? But going back, so pandemic. So I was in this bad relationship and this guy hit me and we had bed bugs and I couldn't get out of it. I didn't have any money. And this is right before my mom went crazy. And I called my mom because she has a lot of money. She always did. Oh, back up further. When I was homeless, she came to visit me while I was homeless. She she was an AIDS researcher.
Can she bring you
She-
home goods
she
anyway? Just
booked-
here's a candle.
I wish.
I live, laugh, love.
Wouldn't that be nice? Here, you put it in your squat, honey. Yeah, it would have been nice.
I got you curtains for your box.
If she would have gotten me an REI sleeping bag, that would have been a legitimate gift. But she booked a conference in Portland because she was an AIDS researcher and people booked her to talk. And then she took me to lunch. We walked back down to the bridge and she said, honey, my life's been much better without you in it.
Whoa.
And we're renovating the house and I don't have a lot of money to give you and I hope that you figure it out.
Damn.
So
Could any of that have been trying to inspire you?
no.
Damn.
But my dad, on the other hand, who I have a very positive relationship with now, who I love very much, was also slightly shitty. like I would ask him now, I'd be like, Dad, what the fuck?
Where's he from?
Louisiana.
Mm.
But he worked at Stanford. He wouldn't think he was from Louisiana. He lives in Texas now, off the grid. It's pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
He's like, Dad, why didn't you come get me? And he goes, well, I mean, it built character, right?
That's Louisiana for
Look
you.
at
It's
you
like
now.
you got to
Shit.
sleep under the stars, baby girl.
So what I was getting at is that, so I'm in this bad situation. I'm in this room with bed bugs with this asshole, and he goes on a cruise with his family for a month, and I'm just stuck there, and I paid his portion of the rent. I'm just fucked. Okay. Meanwhile, there's a multi-billion-dollar family I have in South Africa that won't speak to me because of who knows what my mom said about me to them. So there's all this family with money, and I can't have any of it, and I'm just dying. And I'm still sober. And I realized I just have to get out of this. So I call my mom and she was just whatever. She was like, yes, that sounds terrible. I have to go.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, not a mom. So my dad, he doesn't have a big my dad's philosophy in life is that he wants his last check to bounce.
So he's spending everything. Is just
Yeah.
fucking-
And
He's having a good time.
He's a good, he's not my safety net, but he's my friend.
Right.
It's a different thing.
I do believe in not leaving anything to your kids.
yeah.
I think it's fine.
I think
But also maybe
yeah.
you just shouldn't have them.
That's
Shouldn't have
fine
kids?
too.
Yeah.
I think
you're
I
saying
think you
nobody
should
should
have
have
the
kids, or if you
I
experience.
think nobody should have any more kids.
Okay.
Anyway,
you're a big stop people.
I think that
Guy,
we
huh?
are an experiment of gray aliens, and that even us existing is helping people that don't have our people or beings that don't have our best interest. Anyway, back to the situation. So I'm just fucked, and I realized I have to get myself out of this. So I went on seeking arrangement, and I escorted for 2 weeks. And I made enough money to rent my whole room in Brooklyn with roommates. So I got out of that. And then I get into this room. I'm like, there's some other comics. I'm like, hey, you know what? Everything's going to be okay. I'm going to be all right. it's going to be good. And then it's March 20th, 2020, and no jobs. I couldn't even escort. There's no fucking anything. Nothing. There's nothing. I couldn't bartend. I couldn't do brand ambassador work. I mean, anything that I would have done.
Where all these every company, every business is struggling too. Right
I
now.
know. And so then I'm panicking and I'm like, I can't be homeless again. I can't fucking be homeless again. The first thing I did, which is really dumb, is I spent $300 on camping equipment on Amazon because I thought I was going to have to like go live in the woods and like eat squirrel meat and the food chain was going to break down. I still have a machete from that. Like, what was I thinking?
Machetes are good to have.
I love machetes. So
It's practical.
I realize I'm just going to have to become an essential worker, but I don't have a degree. I don't have any skills. What kind of skills do I have? I can hit a vein and fucking masturbate. What do I have? So, and I can tell a joke. But
sounds like you can you can do the penis plastic surgery thing.
What?
You don't know that? When there's guys that'll get the plastic surgery in their penis.
Yeah, but I can't help with that.
No?
No,
you gotta have a thing or something? No?
no.
All right. Well,
So
shit.
I
Trying to get you a job.
I look on New York Health and Hospitals and they're like, morgue is open. They're like hiring. So
Oh.
I just start revising my resume, trying to make it sound as like professional
As
as
morgue-y as you
possible,
can.
morgy as I can.
Totally not a vampire.
I'm like totally not a death obsessed weirdo. Like, let me in.
It's like,
And
I don't have sex with bodies at
I
all.
never.
Wow, I'm repulsed by it.
So
I don't even know I want
and
this
one of
job.
the biggest necrophiles in the history of the history is a woman, Karen Greeley. You should look her up. So anyway,
Is she hot?
no.
Well, she's fucking dead people. How hot
You never know.
could you be?
So they hire me. And I put, I was in the ICU at Kings County waiting for people to die to move them.
Fuck.
Were you walking into hospital and was like, buddy, go.
Yeah, yes.
You're like the cat from Dr. Sleep. You're just
Right.
like waiting at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Pretty
put
much.
the bag next to them, you unzip it like whenever you're ready.
No, I did that.
Did you really?
I was trying to make it fun.
Yeah.
Nobody else
I'm
thought
sure
it was
they
fun.
appreciate
Just
it.
like, take your time.
By the time I'm done unzipping this,
Well, they were
get stuck.
they were all intubated and like fucked
On, like,
up.
respirators and
Like
shit,
the,
right?
the, the people that were soon to be dead could not see me or hear me, but the nurses I tried to
You got to keep it light.
they're
I
busy
tried.
making TikToks though.
they
Essential
they
TikToks.
weren't fun nurses. Like
No, they weren't twerking in the hallway.
They
They
were
weren't
looking
taking their mask off and crying on camera.
This was not that vibe. This was
No.
like machines buzzing. Nobody knew like what the vaccine was. It was like early COVID. Everyone's dying. Delta, like super grim.
Dude, I was in the hospital for that.
I was in the hospital.
Yeah, it was like it was like season 1, episode 1 of like Walking Dead.
It was like,
what
it
the
was
fuck?
like
Ugh.
it was like what's that movie? What's it? The one with Kevin Spacey and Dustin Hoffman. The famous one, Contagion or something.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Whatever.
With the monkey.
Yeah, with the monkey.
Yeah.
I can't
The
think of the
monkey?
name.
Yeah, it was
Monkey bones.
No.
my
It
God,
was
dude.
Outbreak.
Outbreak. It was like Outbreak.
Yeah.
It felt real. And then like we're putting all these bodies into trucks, every night and like building shelves and like they're dropping bodies and body bags are breaking. And I'm like, this is
Well,
nuts.
they were like, were there gurneys, like just people in gurneys, like in the hallways?
Yeah.
It was wild. I remember.
So then it
Ooh.
got worse because then that was just a temporary job. And they're like, oh, unemployed again. Sorry. Like it was FEMA.
Did that help you like with getting unemployment though? Because you were
No. So like it was a temporary job paid for by FEMA.
Mm.
So like that was a temporary assignment. And then it was over.
wow.
So, and I couldn't get any enhanced unemployment because I hadn't been a W-2 worker in years.
Mm-hmm.
I'd been a 1099 independent contractor. So then I'm freaking out and I'm like, well, now I have morgue tech on my resume. What can I do? And the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner, which sounds prestigious, hired me to be a morgue tech. This is the most corrupt agency I've ever worked for in my life.
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, your clients can't really do
It's not
anything
about the
about it. So
clients.
it's-
The FBI came to interview me when I left
why?
because I saw people stealing from dead people. And I talked about it
What?
on another podcast. I keep talking about it.
That's fine.
And I got a cease and desist from the OCME about my book and my jokes. And I was like, we're all concerned about my jokes. It's not just you. Like, calm down. You and my mom.
Who was stealing?
People
Like-
I worked with.
Yeah.
What do you steal from?
So,
like
like,
the
bodies-
rings
body-
and on their fingers and
Their
shit?
wallets.
So these were
Oh.
like fresh
Who do you-
dead people.
Who do you think gets them, Stan?
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. Yeah.
So
But
what?
don't they have families that come and like identify them and things like that?
How many decomps are there a day in New York?
I have no idea. Actually.
Okay,
There's a lot of people that die and nobody
knows for 2 weeks until it smells bad enough for neighbors to complain. And then the morgue comes, and then the cop, who usually the cops that they send to watch a death scene are rookies, and they're like, I can't handle the smell, man. That shit's terrible. And they stand outside, and then the morgue goes in, and they do whatever they want.
Jeez.
That is normal. Now, in the funeral industry for a long time, there was this thought of like, it was kickback city. Like everyone, tipped each other. And
Sure.
now it's like, that's really illegal. There's all these signs everywhere in the morgue. Like if you take any tips from funeral directors, you're fired. Like it's like a big no-no.
Why is that a problem?
I don't know, man, because I only worked there 11 months, but there's a lot going on.
Wow.
And what I could tell is that attitude, the way it's carried on is like, fuck you, I take what's mine anyway. Like this is part of the job. That's how people, their mindset is.
Oh, they're like, no, I'm taking my tip.
I'm taking my tip. Right. Who's going to get it? The landlord, fuck you. And I kind of understand that mindset too. But what I didn't appreciate was like being bullied by people I worked with under duress. Like, well, you want half of this? And I'm like, no, I don't. Cause this is the only job I can get right now. Like,
right.
Can't afford to lose
now,
it.
now you're like Ethan Hawke in Training Day.
it was very morgue training day. I had a trainer
Good pull.
that made me smoke blunts with her on the way to death scenes. Yeah, and then she'd make me get on the phone to the AOD, all fucking paranoid and stoned with bodies, and she'd be like, "You fucking talk to her," mother. And she'd be like, "You doing good?" Like I was like, "Okay."
Oh
She's
no!
like, damn, Lauren,
They're bringing you to pick up a Mexican body, and there's other Mexicans around you. It's
How racist are you?
that's Training Day.
That's training
I
day.
know, yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't.
It's like, damn, Lauren, I didn't know you like to get wet.
Yeah.
It's PCP.
It was called decomp.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It was. I mean, it was a crazy experience. The autopsies were the coolest part. You just get used to it, though. Like I do this in my act. I do the whole thing about how they're like, "Oh, you're taking a liver out." And they're like, "You're really good at this. What's your background?" And I'm like, heroin and webcamming. And now I'm dealing with homicide evidence. How does that make you feel? Like, what? Yeah.
So what's the worst thing you've ever stuck in yourself compared to the worst thing you stuck in a tip? I don't know.
Yeah, no, there's a lot there going on.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I pulled a dildo. I've told the story a million times. I pulled the dildo out of the guy that was full of maggots. The girl that the woman who jumped off a building holding her daughter. And then I did the head cut on the little kid. I had to peel her scalp off. I skinned a grandma. I fucking did a face peel on a hate crime victim. And I'm like,
What's a face peel?
a face peel is when you peel the skin off of somebody's
So
face.
exactly what it sounds like.
To find
Got it.
trauma. Coolest doctor I did it with, who the whole time went face off with me.
Fucking Nicolas Cage and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So I mean,
that's crazy.
And then it was a very toxic work environment. Basically, they want you to throw other people under the bus to get ahead, kind of environment. They didn't like me because I didn't fit in. And then when I finally put my time in, because the world came back, and I was like, oh, comedy's coming back. I can leave. I can go get a job. And I ended up working on a moving truck. And now I work in corporate furniture stuff. It's weird. It's boring. And thank God.
Office kind of job.
Yeah. And it pays more. And
Yeah, you're better off.
I'm way better off.
Just be bored at work. It's good for
so
you.
happy being bored at work
Yeah, it's the
and
best.
getting paid over $20 an hour. The morgue paid shit.
Right.
And for carrying 300-pound people down.
I would imagine that's a high paying job.
No, it's not, because there's no degree. You're just grunt work. You're cleaning up for the doctor. You're like a waitress for the doctor.
Yeah, but who I mean,
who? Yeah, with desperation.
I guess,
Well, you would think
yeah.
kind of like how like sanitation is like a job. Like
Well, that's why there's
Well,
all that's
sanitation
why,
gets
that's
big-
why they're
yeah.
all stealing. Because it's
Sanitation make good- yeah,
backbreaking
good money.
work.
right.
They're not getting. It's thankless.
Uh-huh.
You go in after everyone's committed suicide in a room, and
Yeah.
you have to clean up their poop and their pee and their fucking blood, and their skin is sloughing off, and you have to grab it with gloves and put it in. Then you do the autopsy on the decomp. You're elbow deep in Campbell's soup guts and pulling out fucking intestines and cleaning bowels. I mean, it's a disgusting, dirty, thankless job that nobody wants, and they start you at $18.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
The fact that nobody wants to do it should make them pay more.
Now, what
shit.
number should you get? I would say we start at 30. Yeah.
30.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I make close to 30 now, and I do inventory for corporate furniture.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a
Where
shit?
this couch nobody bought yet goes.
yeah.
The company's, that couch is worth way more than someone's dead grandma.
Damn,
I believe
son.
it.
That
Nobody's
is
at-
the world we live
It
in.
is expensive to put your grandma away though.
Yeah.
When I had a grandma that
Ugh.
died, and they were telling me the numbers of like putting her in her box.
Don't
and
even
in the
get me
ground.
started on the grifting of the funeral
Yeah.
industry.
Yeah.
How
It's crazy. It was like $13,000 to put this lady in a mausoleum.
Those funeral directors, some of them are just like straight up gangsters.
Yeah.
They would come in to pick bodies up. They all got pinky rings on. This guy,
Pinstripes.
he's like,
Pinstripe
I'm
suits.
not even
Yeah.
kidding. Yes.
Really?
No, cartoon characters.
Wow.
These
Is that what
guys-
happened to the mob? They all became sanitation and funeral
Dude.
directors?
Yeah, I think so. That this one guy came in once. He looked just like Danny DeVito. Every finger had a ring on it. He comes in, it's a decomp body. And he's like, oh, God damn it. Fuck. Why didn't anyone tell me it was a decomp? I just cleaned the fucking van. My wife's going to kill me. Bob, like, just, it was like, all right, buddy. Let's get you some baking soda and get you out of here.
The union members of my job, they can get reimbursed for funerals, and I see the bills. I'm like, yeah, like it's
crazy.
It's insane how much.
It's crazy.
It's a huge industry. And I mean, there's money there. There were fucking morgue techs I worked with who were laughing at people. They had previously been funeral directors, and they were making fun of people that worked on weddings for Hindu people because they put money in the coffins. That's part of their tradition.
Yeah.
And they're
Oh,
like,
fuck.
they were just gonna bury that shit out of respect. Fuck that. Like,
Oh, when they were like taking
yeah.
it out of there? Oh, no.
That's crazy.
yeah.
Oh, God. I
Oh,
don't
no.
Like that. That's not very nice.
So it's just, it's a real crooked. I mean, look,
Yeah.
there's some great doctors that work at the OCME that I still am friends with that are like give a shit and do incredible work and like are in it for the right reasons and are really cool. But like they need to like work on who they're hiring for like the morgue tech jobs.
Mhm.
I'll just say
Right.
that.
Well, if a funeral home is probably, it's like a private company. So
Those are
it's-
usually family owned.
Right.
So the city, we'd run out of bleach sometimes. And they're like, well, who cares? It's not like they're alive,
What's the bleach for?
like
Just for-
cleaning the tables.
Okay.
Yeah, disinfecting. and all
Like
that.
I'm like, we'd use the same needle to sew up all like hundreds of bodies. Like, there's like 10 needles. You use them the same ones all year.
It's not like you can
They
give
gotta get dull,
dead
right?
people AIDS.
Yeah, but then what happens if you stick yourself?
Now you're
Wait,
sick.
oh shit!
Yeah, that's been through hundreds of fucking dead people.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not safe.
No, that's terrible.
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Now I don't even have anyone to blame for my AIDS.
Right. Exactly. And you don't
Let's-
even have a good story.
No, I got it from a dead guy.
I got a guy for a dead guy.
Ugh.
Or like what happens when like they're doing an autopsy on someone with spinal meningitis right next to you, but it's not your autopsy, but
Sure.
it's still in the air.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like the risks, the
Mhm.
pay. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right. This seems like something that should be well funded.
Sure.
It's not. I would advocate for more tech workers' rights. Like if I ever had a big enough platform, when I sell my book that they're so excited about, I would advocate that. I want to help. Like I'm not just trying to shit on the agency.
Sure,
like
yeah.
I want things to be better for people that do that work.
Right.
I mean, my friend who was one of the only people I made friends with there died after I left. And like, there's just a big lack of respect in that place. Anyway,
Oh no.
I have a comedy show. It's called the Traumedy Hour. It
Yeah.
is the fourth Wednesday of every month. Next one is May 15th. And we have
Where is it?
at the Star Bar in Bushwick, we have Anthony Zen.
Oh, I like the star.
I like
the
Star
Star
Bar.
Bar. Anthony Zenhauser is
Oh yeah.
he's our headliner. I'm on it. Tracy Carnazzo is on it.
Love her.
Jonas Barnes and Rob Lewis and yeah. And then my pod, blah blah blah. I mean, sorry, I think I just needed to get that out about the morgue. I'm still like,
I
No,
loved
yeah,
all of that. That was
yeah.
very interesting. Do not apologize for
yeah,
that.
like sometimes I feel like I'm on a soapbox when I talk about it.
Nah, dude.
No. What a soapbox.
And
It's,
I'm not. It's not even like
No.
funny. It's just like this sucks. you know?
Sometimes interesting is better than funny.
Yeah, I swear to God, it's just, I'm still traumatized too. Like it's affected me. Like now I look at people I'm close to and I just imagine like how big their brain is in their skull.
Fuck.
And I think about like, I'd need an extra bone saw because they have like thick skulls, or like I see like a big fat person and I'm like, you're a whole afternoon. You're a 4-person job, buddy. I hope you die on the first floor. Be considerate and please die on the first floor.
Or fall down the stairs.
That's better, please. Just that's even sucks
Because then we have a cause of
Just be
death.
outside.
Well, suicide's anything like the best way to die for anybody is just like have a heart attack around people on the first floor. If you're gonna kill yourself, please do it in a bathtub, but not with water full. Just like if you're gonna shoot yourself in the head, do it in a bathroom.
Easy to clean.
Yeah.
Tile.
Yeah.
Easy to wipe off.
It's just it's just better for everybody. First floors.
What's the worst place to kill yourself?
Oh God. Oh, hold on. Worst place to kill.
5-floor walk up.
And that was most of them.
Heights.
Maybe if you live in a 5-floor walk up.
Be fat and die on a 5-floor walk up. And I'm like, how are you still fat? I just did these
They don't
stairs.
leave.
Yeah, that's what happens. Uber Eats, you're killing people.
Oh,
You're keeping these fatties.
it's all
Check it out, seamless.
Yeah.
Not so seamless.
I'm in those seams.
Yeah.
They're not. It's gross.
We should wrap up.
It's time to wrap up.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my God. Oh wow. Okay.
No, I had a lot of fun.
When does this come out?
This will probably come out Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
This coming Tuesday.
Okay. All right.
Lauren, what do you got coming up? You said Star Bar May 15th?
Yeah, I got Starboard May 15th. I'm open and available. I don't have a ton of comedy bookings right now, but my show is every Wednesday. It's everywhere you listen to podcasts. It's Alien Murder Sex. I do have like a tight 10 of morgue material if anybody wants to hear that on stage. I just headlined in Belmar at a really good show that Caitlin Moon ran in New Jersey. That was really fun.
Oh, she's like newish. I know her. I met her. Yeah.
She's a good producer.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What do you got coming up, Nick?
We got May 4th. May 4th, I'll be featuring for Greg and Rob in Dundalk, Maryland.
Okay.
Nardies isn't coming back till November. I got to get you back on it. I would like to have you on it too.
I'd love to do it.
It's Long Beach Island, Jersey Shore.
Long Beach Island.
Yep. A lot of fun. A lot of fun out there. And we're going to do it in November when nobody gives a shit about a beach. But
that's the only time they want comedy?
They got all booked throughout the summer. They have all kinds of bands and stuff there. It's a cool place. Popular place.
Yeah.
It's easily the best show I run. Well, I don't run anymore. But yeah, come visit the Liberty National Boat.
Hey.
and follow the podcast.
Yeah,
follow
go see Captain
Lauren,
Kara.
follow me, follow Stan.
Yeah.
Stan, what do you got?
I will be hosting trivia every Thursday at Rockaway Brewing Company in Long Island City. Come out to that, 8:00. I'm pretty much going to be the regular host doing that. And QED every second Sunday, Leap of Faith with me and Tristan Miller and Matt Stores.
I'm living right now.
Are you in Astoria?
I'm in Astoria right now.
Get out of here. So am I.
What the fuck?
Oh, you would be good for that show.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. All right. Next show.
Oh, I would love to. Yeah. No, it's a whole. We could do a whole other hour, and I could tell you how I ended up in Astoria.
Awesome.
Hell yeah, that's Astoria to remember.
That's it.
Good night, losers.
Night.